So one of the questions that I was asked is why am I not already at carbonation? A couple of people answered that question for me, but I don't think that's the full answer. I have a lot of things I need to face. I have a lot of cancer in my chart, and I be in my emotions, and nobody gets me. And if I don't get me, how do I expect other people to get me, you know? I'm very meticulous. I like things a certain way. I'm that strict mother, that kid that you like to play with, and their mother was really strict. I'm her. Meticulous, very meticulous. So I got some things I got to work out for myself in isolation. And isolation is a lot harder than you guys think. It's a lot more challenging, but I know it's for my betterment. So I'm going through these stages and these phases. I'm working on myself, mind, body, and soul. You know? Some people, it's just set up for them that they're meant to just go straight to carbonation. I went straight there and got booted out. I was out of tune. I'm still like, I couldn't let go of carbonation. Like, out of tune of what? That's how I saw it. And that's how I still see it. Like, out of tune of what? Like, I am this. This is me. I may not be expressing it on the outside the way it is in my heart, but this is me all day. When I had to go back to Babylon, it broke my heart. I didn't want to go back to Babylon. I didn't fit in Babylon. While I was there, I just stayed in my own little world. Until I left again. I just, I had a lot of emotional days in Babylon. Emotional days that were really hard for me. But I faced myself, and I went through that, and I came back. And I had more emotional days that were really hard for me. I'm a heavy Cancer sign, so I feel a lot of things, and that's not negative. That's my angel in disguise. I also feel like I'm still watching the personalities over there. I just feel so different. I just feel so ancient. I just feel like it takes a certain type of person to deal with me and have patience with me. And I don't know if that person exists on this earth. So I'm just like, let me spend time with myself in isolation, get to know myself, and grow from there. My journey is a lot different than other people's journey. I'm the only person that I know of that went to carbonation, didn't get to sit on chiefs, but still stay loyal to this knowledge and this cause. Other people went, they sat under him. They were fake, because how can you leave that kind of environment and not proclaim the kingdom anymore? Like, it's like you had to be fake. The whole time, because look at me. My journey has not been an easy journey. Not only did I have to deal with that initial rejection and not knowing what to do moving forward, I also have to deal with, and still deal with, people in my DM with their hate. So imagine the challenges that I'm facing. But this is meant for me. The challenges. I feel like my journey is harder than every other woman's journey that goes to carbonation. And it's heavy for me. It is heavy for me, because all my life I've been seeking the pure in heart people, and I felt alone. And it's sad to know that even in carbonation, it's some people that are faking. You know what I'm saying? And they're being weeded out slowly but steadily. But this is real to me, and so that's why I'm doing it this way. I mean, I've been faced with a lot of things on my own on this journey, whether it be being in Honduras the first time, or going back to Babylon and coming back to Honduras. A lot of times I feel like I just wish I had a man to handle the parts of my reality that I feel are a lot for me. But at the same time, I feel that if I do just continue, because the universe is obviously setting it up like this for me, could be because of my own resistance. I don't know, but the reward will be great. I know it has to be great because my heart is pure, and I just want to not only be in the kingdom and proclaim the kingdom, but stay in the kingdom and proclaim the kingdom. In my kingdom, based off of my astrological programming. I'm so sick of entering realities that I create where people will automatically just look at me as a Cancer sign and see it as negative. Like, oh, you sweet and you are always emotional. What's wrong with emotions? I know how to communicate through my emotions. I only get frustrated when you completely just cut off communication without a thorough conversation. So there's nothing wrong with being emotional. It's like, how do you handle your emotions? Are you able to talk through them? Yes. But I'm still growing. And for some reason, the universe has set up my journey harder than other women. But it's okay, because even when I feel sad, I know better is coming. And I'm going to do the work. So I'm going to do my download to my videos, proclaiming the kingdom. But I'm also still going to be real to myself. Because one thing I don't see that I want to see is like someone's true isolation journey. Like, nobody just wakes up and then like their carbonation and like everything is good. That's why Chief is always bringing out their debilitation and stuff, because most people don't work on that stuff. They don't even really try to work on that stuff before they actually go there. Ouch, there's a bug biting me in my pants. But let me share a secret with you guys. My biggest fear is losing Chief. So I have trained myself to a certain extent to not focus on losing Chief, because just the thought of it paralyzes me, honestly, because we can do things and get off of the frequency, and it makes me nervous because I want him, I need him. And at the same time, I'm still having this human experience. And I don't want to, rush and go there. I rushed and went there. My whole heart opened the first time. I wasn't looking around like, oh, these girls all look like models, or I wasn't looking around. I was so into the knowledge coming from being a Pentecostal Christian. I was so into the knowledge, that's all I saw. So I couldn't understand fully why I was leaving. I couldn't fully grasp it, and it scared me. And I was even more scared once I realized that he was the source and I couldn't live my life without him, and I was off his frequency. That scared me, because I was like, what do I do? I need him. I'm not learning anything. I went through like 2 months of not learning anything. And that was the hardest 2 months of my life. Facts. So, my biggest fear is losing Chief. I could lose him from being here and being off the frequency. I could lose him going there, being off the frequency. I want to make him proud of me. But my number one thing is I want to make me proud of me. And I want to grow through my experiences. There's some shit I'm going to do that he will not agree with. There's some stuff that I will do that Chief will not agree with. And I could just abruptly stop those things. But then there'll be this thing in my heart, like, there was an experience, there was a lesson that I had to go through in order to truly be calm about that particular thing. But he's been everywhere, he's seen everything, he knows it already. But I'm still itching to know that thing through experience. So, with that being said, when you are there with him, you don't necessarily get the experience of a lot of things because you're in his house, you're in his reality. He's not with the shits. He's not gonna let you just do any type of thinking shit because of your own experiences. Nah, when you come there, you should already be at a certain level, which I feel how I feel about, people desiring to being anxious. And the Bible even says, be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, make your requests known to God, so that the peace of God will guard your heart and mind, through Christ. And, people are so quick to rush because the feeling of being close to the source is amazing. His energy is amazing. But people don't really want to work on themselves. They just want to, people are just memorizing. After Nana, I just look at people funny. People can hella memorize knowledge. Hella spit that shit out confidently and be full of shit. Facts. I mean, who's the best retention holder? Who's the best memorization person? Excuse my grammar. This is not my ancient language. That's what it seems like it could come to. People don't want to do the hard work. People just want to be fed for free, housed for free, memorize some shit, and that's it. It's deeper than that for me. It's on such a deep level for me that I can't even explain it. I get scared. I don't want to lose Chief over no dumb shit that I should have worked on before even approaching him. Don't even come to him any type of way. But people do it all the time. I don't want to be one of those type of people. I don't want to lose him. That's one of my biggest fears. I learned everything from him. I love him. He influences me through this device. I was considering a relationship here in Honduras. And I went out on a couple of dates. And the person is not on the frequency. I was just feeling so I ain't gonna find nobody on this frequency, because even in the conscious community, you think that you can just be pure-hearted and flow, and you can't. People have ulterior motives. Excuse me, this is not my ancient language. And, they're disguised with this conscious community, and their hearts are not pure. So I'm if I'm just dealing with a whole bunch of deceivers playing this game of chess, they act like they playing dominoes, not chess. It's fuck it. I've had moments where I was just fuck it. Let me just settle. Because I'm 36 years old. Let me just settle. But then my guy, peeps certain things, and it's you're not going the righteous way right now, and I'll correct things. Certain things, immediately when he says it, it resonates, and I make the change instantly. And then certain things I gotta experience, and then I have his words in my subconscious, and then those words come to the forefront, and then with the experience, I'll be oh shit, check yourself, you're about to wreck yourself. So this is my journey. This is the way I'm growing. And I need him. I need him so much. I don't want to risk losing him by making a stupid move. This is chess, not checkers. Maybe I answered your question. I'm also in love with my chief, very much so. Any man that you listen to all day, every day, you will have love for him. You will be in love with him. Facts. Does that stop me from talking to another man? No, not really. But there's levels to talking to a man because he is the standard in my head. So with all that being said and me being honest, I love my chief so much that I don't want to do things the fast way. I want to do things the righteous way and receive the just reward. I don't want clout. I want peace in my kingdom. I want to be able to teach another. I have people working on the internet thingy, so there's people around. But yeah, that's what I want. I want to do it the righteous way. Chief started out, he was in isolation. He was by himself for like a whole year. He was in Babylon, but he was by himself for like a whole year. How many are bold enough to take such a route? I am. I love myself, and I want to grow righteously and present myself righteously before carbonation. So yeah. I remember the way Chief started out, and like all his videos, like you could get a lesson from him, but at the same time it was just like real. I don't ever want to be fake. Like I just want to be myself all the time. So I have this situationship that I'm trying to completely end right now. I mean, I cut the person off, but the person keeps coming back up in my reality, and it's been a year, and it's been a year I've been knowing this person, and I be looking at old texts, thinking about old memories that are no longer there, and I seem to cannot find myself to delete this old history, these old beautiful, to me, beautiful texts, but it's not beautiful because it's not real. You can't love me without knowing me. You can't know me without understanding me. But I'm holding on to these texts, and it's stupid. And it's like, anytime I want to feel happy, I go to those texts. I go to that place in my mind. But then it keeps me connected to a lower thought form at the same time. It's not enough men out here. We need more masculine energy. Facts. But right now, I don't even need a masculine. I need to be used to being by myself. This lonely is totally different than Babylon lonely. Because Babylon lonely, I could go find something to do by myself. This lonely is like, it's just me and nature. So it's like, study yourself, know yourself. So right now I'm feeling an emotion of loneliness. And I'm facing myself. And just please don't try to hold me to any standard. Like, a part of me is like, oh my goodness. When Chief is not following me, I feel like, okay, there's no standard I'm being held to. But with him following me, I feel like there's a standard that I should be held to. I haven't conquered all my demons, and I'm not going to lie about it. I don't want to lie about it. I don't want to be fake. Peace reflections. Teaching messages that I ain't even got in my heart yet. Like, man, Eliana taught me a lot. I learned a lot through Eliana. I learned fakeness, like master fakeness. Like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. So in order for me to not be that, I gotta stay true to my journey. I gotta definitely express things that are real, because I'm a real person. I'm not a robot. I'm not this person on camera that you only see their good and you have no idea what's going on behind the scene and they real shit. Like, I'm not that person. I'm just not. I like to talk. I like to talk a lot. I like to talk about what's going on in my life as far as my emotions all the time. It must be in my astrological programming because I always feel like talking about what's going on with me. That's just me. And I don't like to talk too much about what's going on with other people. I'm pretty much, when it comes to other people, I'm more like, what's going on? Tell me the problem. Here's a solution. Okay, go now. That's me. I'm a solution center. Facts. Oh my goodness, Chief is live. I gotta go. Peace. So crazy that I did not check Astro Matrix. You guys go ahead and download Astro Matrix. It's legit the truth. So many days that I felt emotional. I got a lot of Cancer in my chart and I just needed knowledge of self and I would have been able to handle it. I didn't handle things well because I didn't know self, but Astro Matrix has helped me so much. But today, for some reason, I guess the universe wanted to teach me a lesson and me to see it like so bluntly because I read Astro Matrix and today my emotions was all over the place. Yeah, I haven't fully evaluated them and I don't even want to because I realize now I could have avoided all of that had I looked at my had I looked at my planetary alignments. I would have been able to avoid all those things that happened. Facts. All those feelings that just took up space for no reason. Tomorrow I'm coming out with a download. Yeah. I'm gonna keep myself balanced and keep putting videos on YouTube. I don't know if I'm gonna put videos up on Instagram. I'm trying to build myself up. Not entertain you niggas. Like, this is my real journey. The fuck? No. I'll see you later. Peace.
I just wanted to say we got to stop making relationships with people that we don't know their astrological programming. And it's so tempting to just make friends without knowing that information because it's what we know. It's what's in us. It's genetically in us. It's just a part of the systematic way of being. But we got to break ourselves free and really, really understand people because we get a lot of hurt just because we don't understand people. Facts.
You guys ask me, like, why am I not in carbonation? Because I'm still experiencing stuff. I'm still observing myself in situations that I am still trying to learn from. And I'm learning as I grow. Excuse me if I sound tired. I just got through running. I had a lot of energy inside of me that needed to be released. I'm not having sex and I'm by myself, so it's just like I have to release this energy, and my cells were like, run. So I ran, and I kept running until I felt tired, and that's the end of not the end of the beach, but the end of where like a lot of people are at. I could go further, but I'm not doing all that. It's almost nighttime, so I just came to run and get in tune with myself and think about a lot of stuff. Like, this music doesn't bother me. It may bother some, but it doesn't bother me because I'm so in my zone. Like, nobody speaks English, so it's like I'm here with all these people, but I'm still here by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still by myself. And here comes Jungle Girl, but even with her, I'm still by myself. Yeah, so yeah, she's gonna go take me up the hill. Yeah, I'm about to go and meet an herbalist. So I'm about to go up the hill. But yeah, so I'm still out here by myself. Even though you're seeing people, it's like I'm alone. I'm not alone, but I'm lonely. And that run really helped me because I really needed to release. I really needed to release. And I feel like running, it just does something with that stored energy. I feel like if all the times I felt emotional, if I had the mentality to run, I would have never got so out of control fat anyway, because running seems to be like my therapy, my cure. And I actually have a little bit more energy in me to run, but jungle girl here, I don't think she's about that running life. Even though she's like, she looks like she hella strong and hella fit looking. But running is a conditioning kind of thing that you gotta kind of like build up on. Is that my friend Wayne out there? Is that Wayne? No? No Wayne. Anyway, so yeah, so now I'm at the main part where you're gonna hear lots of different music because there's like lots of setups on the beach. And this is why I'm being real myself. Like, I'm not ready to just jump into carbonation because I'll be in there thinking certain thoughts for things that I didn't fully experience that I'm curious about. I'm not trying to pull an Eliana. We're going to call that pulling an Eliana. Who coming for me? Square up. No, I'm just playing. But yeah, I ain't trying to pull an Eliana. Be out there talking it like I'm really about it. But really, in my heart, I want more experience and all that shit. Nah, because when you go there, you're supposed to be there for life. Forever, I guess, unless you get a husband and he leaves eventually and starts his own tribe. But you're supposed to be there for a minute, like a whole minute. I don't want to be curious about shit. I don't want to be none of this. Like, most of this stuff, I'm over it already. I really, really am. But in the midst of 100 things, there's like 5 things I'm still learning. It's 5 things I'm still going through. 5 things I'm still learning through. You know? So yeah, that's where I'm at on this journey of loving and accepting and appreciating myself. I've noticed everything that goes on in my life, I've decided at this point there's no compromise. Everything is what I want, period, point blank. Everything. I'm going where I want to go. I'm talking to who I want to talk to. I'm dealing with who I want to deal with. Everything that's in my mind will be manifested. I will not be walking around manifesting another motherfucker's mind. My mind all day, every day. Period, point blank. And my mind is carbonation. That's my mind. That's my frequency. I am chief. I am essence. I am everything in between. And the more I interact with myself, and it's interesting because we have different dialects, tongues, but we still act the same as a people culturally. That's one thing that I've learned from traveling around the world to Africa, now here in Honduras for my second time, and different places throughout America. We got the same characteristics and the same personality shown out in our people, and these are the generational curses. I'm over here, teenage pregnancy is hiding a mug, everybody has got a baby, everybody baby daddy is in the States. That's why they're not together. That's the story they tell in. That's what they sticking to. Whereas in the States, when we got pregnant and knocked up, we just be like, I'm a single mother. But here they be like, no, he left for a better life and something. They make up some dumbass excuse to not make themselves look bad. But at the end of the day, they're perpetuating the same generational curses that we have in the States. They're just behind us by like 10, 15 years when it comes to it. But they're repeating our curses. Whereas in the States, we're starting to come out of that epidemic of teenage pregnancy. We're still dealing with that in different parts of ourselves. Any place where we are, where we don't have a name, we don't have a true culture, we don't hold on to our true culture, we end up like that. It's the curses. So everywhere I go, there I am. Come on, listen. Everywhere I go, there I am. So oh my goodness, I just looked somebody handsome man in the eye. I hope I ain't finna get beat up. That was a whole second. Did y'all see that? That was a whole second. So Anyway, this town is full of handsome dudes, so, but they low vibrational. It breaks my heart because, see, oh my God, there goes another one. Like, these dudes is, oh, he speaks English too. Okay, I'm gonna keep it walking. They everywhere. I promise you, they everywhere. But they frequency, man, I already dabbed a little bit. and they all got the same mentality because this is a cell. This whole environment is a cell. It's a cancer cell, actually. But it's my star, you know. They don't appreciate the nature around. They don't appreciate the value of all of this. So they desire to go to Babylon, whereas I'm desiring to be here. It's just really weird like that. So not only do they desire that, before you can actually go to Babylon, you must have a Babylonian mindset if you're not already in Babylon. So you have to you have to go so far outside of your mind, which is totally crazy, totally extremely psychotic and crazy, to even tap into that European, Eurocentric frequency. So just imagine how far you have to go away from yourself in order to tap into the Babylonian frequency when you're not of it, when you're of nature. It's twisted, it's weird. But that's what's going on here, all through and through. And as they are going lower in their frequency and I'm elevating in my frequency, we are meeting each other as we pass, if that makes sense. So while I'm going towards nature and they're going towards Babylon, there's just these meetings, these places. And then I'm able to see, because the universe has set it up for me to learn the lessons that I desire to learn. I desire to be and stay the pure in heart, so I get a lot of lessons to test me to see if I'm going to really be that. So the universe shows me, presents to me men that know nature a lot. These men hella know nature, hella know nature. And then they'll do certain things with me and I'll be like, oh my God, you're like so cute, you're like so everything, look at you in nature, oh my gosh, marry me like yesterday, what are you talking about? Let's do it. And then a week later, then who they are the majority of the time comes out, and I'll be like, I don't fuck with that. They put their best foot forward. They put their forward of who they really wish they could be is in them, but they are not doing what they gotta do to be that anymore, because their mindset has changed. That is connected to poverty, that is connected to no success, that is connected to negative things. That's the frequency that they're on, and that's the frequency that they feel on that. So your big day, it's for when? Your big day, what are you talking about? So I don't know what you're talking about, my big day. I don't even know what you're talking about. You just threw me off. And that's why I don't like to read the comments, but it's like I want to read the comments because I don't want to miss anything that's actually important. But this is a teaching lesson for me. So in order for me to be able to teach myself, I got to pick up this camera. I got to talk when the teaching moment is occurring, because I'm going to forget and I'm going to move on to the next teaching moment. But this is a way for me to put it down and log it. There might be one person that's following my journey really, really close. Yeah. Might be following my journey really, really close. And they may learn something from my mistakes, from mistakes that they later on see me correct, and things of that nature. So that's why I'm going to vlog. And please just don't hold me to the standard of all the other women in carbonation, because it looks like they don't have no problems and all they do is teach all the time. That's where they're at on their journey. That's not where I'm at on my journey. And that's okay. We all at different levels, you know? But I want to show you my journey. So when I get to my higher self, you'll be like, damn, I saw her, this and that happened, man, she crazy. I can't believe she showed us that. I can't believe she went through that. Look at her now. Like, she's totally different. It's just like that song. You know, you don't know my story. If you don't know my story, how can you appreciate with me my victory? How can you if you don't know it? And looking at all of these elders in this community, and they look like me. Like, they all look like I'm probably going to look when I get old. Well, maybe something like that. You know what I'm saying? Aboriginal features that everybody don't fuck with no more. And it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. But, so I'm out here getting these lessons. You know, it's a lot of handsome men in this town on a low vibration, on a low frequency, cooking chicken and all this type of shit that I don't like. So, yeah, doing all type of shit that I don't like. Straight facts. So, I'm just raising my frequency. Every day, raising the frequency. Learning my lessons. I love an attractive man. I love a six-pack. I love 6 feet tall and above with my 5'2", barely 5'2" self. I love to look up at you. Hey, daddy. That's just me. Like, pick me up. Post me on the wall. remember when I was beating, my husband's like, I'm not finna try to pick you up and break my back. I used to be like, whatever, nigga. But you know, booty. Because you gotta be man. I'm soft enough for the both of us. Just touch my body. My whole body feel like a titty. Facts. I'm soft enough for the both of us. You ain't gotta be soft. I need a man. I need a man to ground me close. I need a man to tell me something. Tell me something I don't know. Oh, you slide now. You know what I'm saying? That goodness in. I'm doing too much. But yeah, I'm feeling better. That run really helped. That's all I wanted to say. Keep one foot in front of the other. Ladies out there who decide to go about this route, to be out here by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Doing this. And you can do it. Do it the righteous way. Don't be fake. Don't pull an Eliana. Don't pull an Eliana. Yeah, Chief may block me for saying don't pull an Eliana. Because I'm low-key talking about his girl. Man, she hurt a lot of people. Including me. I didn't know she was that fake. I thought this was in her heart, man. I thought it was. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't want to leave off on that note. I want to leave off on a note. It's a beautiful day. I released some energy, some stored up energy. That's how I'm dealing with no sex. And keeping my mind focused on the kingdom. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No más sexo. No más. I'm out here with all these beings that I created. So many pieces of myself. So many beautiful pieces. I came to a place where there's a lot of beautiful pieces of myself. But I'm bigger than this. I'm way bigger than this. And in Babylon, I used to get a lot of attention because of my deep complexion and my smile. My smile used to be hella white when I was younger. But smoking weed and shit, that diminished the whiteness of my teeth. But I still get attention or whatever. Because of my complexion and my smile and my character or whatever, I get a lot of attention. But it's different here because these men are melanated and they're connected to the earth. So when they look at me, they look at my soul automatically. Men in Babylon, they just be looking. I don't know. I can't explain it really. And here, when men, they act like they know you already. Like, I don't know. It's so deep. You got to be deeply melanated to understand that feeling of purity. Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain. It's different than in America. It's just different. It's just more temptation for me. More things I got to learn. More things I got to fight. But I'm up for the challenge because ain't none of these niggas cheap. Like, let's just be real. It's just the flesh, you know? The flesh is like, I want somebody to cuddle with. It's rainy season. I want a cuddle buddy. Facts. But none of these niggas is cuddle buddy worthy. Facts. Then I have that fear thought like, oh shit, I'm laying up by myself. But no, fuck that. I'm gonna gravitate to a frequency where it's gonna be a dark-skinned, beautiful man waiting for me. Fuck that. All of this sacrifice, man, I'm not giving myself to my lower self because I'm saving myself for my higher self. My higher self gonna be all up in this. All up in this stuff. I'm gonna be like, yes. See. Yeah, so I'm gonna have patience. All these little girls, they out here, they be ready to fuck. Like at 15, like y'all be trying to hold people to these European standards in your mind. It's a whole nother conversation, and my phone about to go off. Y'all be trying to hold people to these European mindsets. Man, these girls is out here at 15 ready to fuck. Straight facts. I can't tell a 15-year-old. I cannot tell a 15-year-old from an 18-year-old out here. Straight facts. They're the same size. From age 14 to 20, they're like the same fucking size. They look exactly the same. And I just believe, based off of what I'm seeing here in nature, that women don't start fucking at no fucking 18. They start fucking at 15. I first had sex at 15, and I wanted it. I really wanted it. I felt it. It was something in my body. It was like, I want to do this. And here, they don't have the stigma on them that we have. So you can see a 15-year-old out here dating a 25-year-old. Facts. The only thing they don't want is their daughters to be with a guy who cannot provide for them. That shit'll piss off any parent. But our European mindset on when it is okay to smash a girl, y'all got things twisted. Women, we choose this shit. Facts. Let a 15-year-old want to fuck and somebody try to keep her on the leash. If she can get off that leash, she is going to seduce somebody to give her what her nature wants. Her nature wants some dick. And most of the time, the 15-year-olds, they don't want... Some of them want people their age, but some of them, it's two types. It's the type that's still in La La Land. My son was there for a long time. I loved it. I'm so glad. My baby is still a virgin. That's what he tells me, and I believe it because we have that type of relationship. But anyway... Some 15s, they be out here, 15-year-olds, they be out here, they're ancient beings. They just waiting to come into themselves. Like, they've been thinking about sex since they were 10. They've been playing with themselves. Let's just be real. I remember growing up, I had some nasty-ass little friends. I was not into what they were into, and I was a little sexually curious myself, so I used to be like, okay, y'all want to play these games? Okay, nobody can touch me, but I want you to do this. I would direct them. We would all be the same age, so it wasn't like no younger people I was directing or no crazy shit like that. And older than me, actually. They wanted to do it. Whatever. And I was sexually curious, and I didn't want to be touched, so that's how I used to figure stuff out back then when I was a kid. My point is that different children are ready, sex ready at different ages. And you ain't gonna stop her. Not no female, guy, I don't know, but a female, she gonna get what she want. Because I remember when I was 15, I get what the fuck I wanted. I could have got some dick when I wanted to. I could have got some dick at 13. I could have got some dick at 11. Facts. I didn't want to. But I had friends that wanted dick at 11 and they got it at 11. Facts. But I gotta go. Peace, love, and light.